The questions keep coming in about zinnias and snipping the tops of them. Guys, let me see if I can explain it to you very simply. Plants spend a lot of energy producing flowers. So when you see a flower on a plant, know that that plant is doing all it can to produce the flower, because what it really is there to do is to produce seed. And that's what's going to happen typically after a flower is there. It's pollinated, then there's going to be seed produced. So the plant is on a mission. If you take the top out of your zinnia, what happens is, snipping off that bud at the top, you release the plant from the responsibility, simplifying, responsibility of building a flower. So now it can spend its energy on building leaves, creating new branches to go up, and also strengthening the main stem. That's why this works so well. It's also important as the plant matures during the summer is to continuously remove blooms, especially blooms that are spent towards the end of their life. Bring them in the house, put them in a vase, do whatever you need to do, because what that does too is encourages the plant to continue producing flowers, because again, if its ultimate goal is to produce seed and to be done, you don't want it to do that. Okay, so that's why we do it. And this is what the top of a zinnia looks like. This is a little grouping of zinnias I have in the garden, and yes, this is how I do it. But this is the top that's been snipped. You can see what I'm doing. So I've taken out the very first bloom, because if you're familiar with how these will grow, this main stem grows up and then you'll see a bud form and you'll have a flower here. Just snip it out. And what'll happen is the bottom gets stronger. Now these are planted pretty close together because I'm not really overly concerned about these being like this, because they're kind of filling in among all these perennials. But if you're going to grow these, in your garden for flowers or whatever, and you really want large flowers, you're going to have to thin these out a little bit more. The other thing that happens with zinnias, if they're so close together and there's not enough airflow, you're going to get powdery mildew, and that really is a nuisance with these things, and it will end up killing the plants. Meanwhile, back at snipping, here's a complete example of snipping. So a while back, I snipped the top, and you see there's two branches coming up. So this will be a flower, this will be a flower. Now you can stop at this point, or you can snip it again, and it'll branch yet again. But it's strengthening the lower branch. I always come back to this great example right here, because this one's been snipped numerous times, and you can see what's happening, and you can see the strength in the base. Even here, this is very woody. These will get super strong over time. And the number of times you snip, it's really up to you. And I just keep on doing it because I'm not in a hurry. It's just the beginning of June, so there's plenty of time yet for there to be flowers out here in the garden. I hope that's helpful. I hope that clarifies some of it. And don't mind the questions, just keep them coming. I'm here to answer them if I can. And if I can't, what I do is go to Google and I cheat. And then I regurgitate it back to you. Gosh, that's called behind the curtain. Can you handle it?